Hey there, it's Kirsten, and I am 50 days from my race in Kona. And I just finished, well, I didn't just finish, I just got home from driving home from finishing a half Ironman. And I wanted to give a race report of what it was like because I really liked the race. It's just called the Utah Half, and it's near Provo, Utah, at the Utah Lake State Park. So I signed up for it just for a training race to get in a little speed work, because I don't tend to train very fast. So I signed up a few months ago, and since then, we really decided to work hard on getting out of debt. So I was kind of debating whether I was going to do the race or not because I didn't want to spend any money. But I had already signed up for it, and it fits in perfectly with my training. So I had a fairly long week of training, about 24 hours. So I was a little bit fatigued. So Friday, I drove 550 miles to pick up my packet, and I actually slept in my car at a truck stop right by the race start, and because I didn't want to spend any money. And when I got there, it was pouring rain, like thunder and lightning and a crazy, crazy storm all night. So I wasn't really sure how the race was going to be, if we were even going to do the race. So, as I was driving, I felt really good, even though I was a little tired. My body was tired. In my mind, I felt really excited about the race, and I was going to have a really good race. But when I got there and it was all raining, I was a little nervous, because I'm super timid on my bike anyways still, and the rain makes it a million times worse. So I woke up that morning. Well, I didn't sleep very much that night because the storm was so crazy and I was in my car. But I woke up about 5 and went into the truck stop and changed into my race outfit. And I was just thinking, what the heck am I doing? It's still thundering and lightning and pitch black and freezing. So at the truck stop, I put on my wetsuit over my race suit, and left the truck stop in my wetsuit. So I'm sure that was a sight. I don't think many truckers see a girl walking out of the restroom with a wetsuit on. So, but I thought it was going to be like 90 degrees. So I didn't even bring any warm clothes or anything. So, but anyway, so I drove to the race start, still dark, still thunder, still lightning, still raining. So they were just keeping us posted. Everyone just hung out in their car because they didn't have the bike racks up or anything. And then they announced there'd be about a 45-minute delay. And as soon as the sun started coming up, the rain stopped, the clouds broke, and actually the rest of the day was amazing. So we ended up starting about an hour late, which is fine. I'd rather start an hour late than have to ride in the rain. So it's a pretty small race. I want to say there was about 300 people there. I think they cap it at 500, but, and I love low key races. So it was really fun. It was a wave start. I was in the last wave. All the women other than the pros and relays were in the last wave. And the swim is in a really, really shallow lake. So I would say half the swim, I could feel the bottom when I was swimming. Like it's this really like fine, silty sand stuff. So like my fingertips were raking the bottom every stroke, but it was fine. It was just funny. We had to swim in the very middle of the lake just to be deep enough to swim. So it was one loop, not a loop, but like kind of the weird like L-shaped type course. The water was pretty warm. It was wetsuit legal, but right on the border. Like the elites and the pros could not wear wetsuit, but the age groupers could. So I wore wets, and the water was really warm. And if the air was warmer and it hadn't been raining all night, I probably wouldn't have worn a wetsuit. But since I was so cold that morning and I already had it on since 5 a.m., I decided just to wear my wetsuit. So my swim was awesome. It felt really easy and smooth and fast. It was exactly what I assumed it would be, which is 30 minutes. That's typically always what I get in a half Ironman. So I came out of the water, and I like small races because the transitions are really small. And so my transitions are really fast, and I was heading out on the bike. And this was pretty much, I think this is the flattest bike course I've ever done. It was super, super flat. There was a tiny bit of wind, but nothing like crazy at all. And it was definitely my fastest bike time because it was so fast, such a fast course, so flat. But it was a little fatiguing because I'm not used to riding all that flats. So my bike time ended up being 2:41. And if you like a flat course, the road's a little rough, but oh well, we get spoiled as road riders and want everything to be so smooth. But it's super flat course. So if you love flats, I seriously was in aero position the entire time. There's quite a few little turns. So at each turn, just to shake it up, I got out of the saddle and did 10 to 20 pedal strokes out of the saddle, or else I would have been in the same exact position the entire time, maybe shifting a couple gears here and there. So super flat bike course. And the temperature was amazing because it was overcast, a little bit cooler than normal, Utah in August. So I don't know the temperature, probably in the 70s, pretty perfect. So I got off the bike, and again, I love the small races with small transitions. I think my transition was like 30 seconds or something crazy. And I felt so good off the bike because it was such an easy bike. I'm used to doing a lot of hills and stuff. So that was fun. So I headed out on the run. It was a 2-loop run course, and pretty shaded. A lot of it was on a bike path, with trees covering it. So there's only a few parts that were a little more exposed, but they had an aid station every single mile. So I kept cool. And then the shaded area was really nice. I did pretty much how I thought I would do on the run. My time was 1:47, and my goal was between 1:45 and 1:50. So the run felt really good. Obviously, if like any race, you get tired at the end, but, all in all, I loved the race. I would totally do it again. And they give away cash. So the top elite, or the top overalls, and they couldn't wear a wetsuit to be eligible for overalls. The top overall 3 places got cash. I think it was $750 for first for men and women, $500 for second, and $250 for third, which is really cool for a small race to give away cash. Also, they had some extra age groups. I think it was like 24 and under, 25 to 39, and then 40 and over. First place in that age group for men and women got $150 cash. And I ended up being first place for over 40s. Woo woo, yay, being old. And so I got $150 cash. So, and of course, awesome race. So I won my age group. I was third overall for age groupers, and then I won the cash. So it actually ended up being a super fun day. I won $150, and I PR'd my half, which I had a feeling I would, just because it was such a flat course, and I haven't done a lot of half Ironmans on a flat course, but you never know when you're in the middle of training for an Ironman and your body's kind of slow and tired. So I was really happy. My time was 5:01, and my previous PR was last year in Reno while I was training for Lake Tahoe, a month before my Tahoe race. And that was 5:10. So I PR'd by 9 minutes, all on the bike, of course, because it was such a flat course. But it was really fun. I definitely recommend it to anybody who wants. The race director was like the most energetic, excited guy ever. He gave this big speech at the beginning and like threw down the megaphone, and everyone cheered. And it was just really fun. It was a lot of fun. So definitely recommend it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.